instruments. I mean, the Tubby Brothers are kind of a band, but like, yeah, they're a band.
We've
But
got
like,
drums. This is the first
they
time
have
we've got
drums.
drums.
It's been a nightmare, but a blessing.
A nightmare and a blessing indeed. My eardrums
Special thanks
are...
to Francis.
Yes.
Yeah,
Woo! Thanks,
that was good.
Francis. Woo! So we were gonna talk while they're just getting ready, getting situated. We were gonna talk about amusement parks tonight.
Yes.
Because why not?
I wonder why.
How do you feel about them?
Well, I don't like Knott's Berry Farm. I don't like.
Really?
I don't like Six Flags either because I'm not a big fan of like fast-moving rides. But you know what amusement park I like? Disneyland.
Disney. I went to Disneyland 2
Yeah.
years ago.
Really?
What's your favorite ride?
When did you go to Disneyland?
I went to Disneyland with my partner and her mom.
When?
And it was not this weekend, I think 2 weekends ago.
2 weeks
ago. Were you
ago.
there?
Nope.
Okay. You sounded like you were leading up for the fact that you were also going to be there. Why?
What day? I was here.
That's, I see where
Yeah.
you're going with
There
this.
it
Yep,
is.
yep,
The
yep,
interrogation's
The
all coming
interrogation
together.
begins. I was not at our last stream because I was at Disneyland with my partner and her mother. I have now been exposed to the world
Detective
because
Aiden. That's so Aiden. I see the future.
when you get Disneyland tickets, you go to Disneyland, man.
Yeah.
So that's just, I rode the Millennium Falcon, which is a freaking great game. It's really cool. It's like this new like video game thing.
Like Star Tours?
Yeah, it's kind of like Star Tours, except you get to play in it.
Oh, you control the ride.
Yeah.
I haven't been to Disneyland in like 20 years.
Yep.
So like.
Speaking of people who play, this is Saltwater Taffy playing for us tonight. Take it away.
Woo!
Good evening, everybody. We are Saltwater Taffy, Norwegian disco band. Like Saltwater Taffy, our music is very tough and hard to swallow, but if you work at it long enough, you may enjoy it. Here is first song about bird. next song, Not About Bird.
Don't favor it now. A fool and disappear. I had vision, now it is going away from material to waste, and I can't help it now. Da 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 da. Oh, be it muscle or bone that slips away from me slowly. I fear most of all being lonely. I don't want to be alone now. It waits for me daily in a house of the holy. I feel numb, feeling the solely. I want to wait for it now. Been waiting all my life. There's no one here for me. Oh, I'm too blind to see. I don't know. Don't leave me alone. 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 Mr. Loden Harrell on the drums here. Mr. Manny Mora starting on the guitar on that one. And this dingbat, what's your name? Matthew? Yeah, it's a dingbat. Honestly, I don't know. Anyways, so this next one, bit of a different place, but let's get started. Like waiting in line again at the grocery mart. I take a hard look at my life, I'm waiting for it to start. I think I'm going to waste all of the same. If I could make myself to move in the morning, I could be healed, it could be great again. It won't help me now. Keep everything I want, I won't wait to fall back down, because I can't find my own. If ever I can let out my faith, when I am found, where am I? Be nice to know. Where am Left all my belongings out in the sun to cool a day or two. Eyes turning to white as I'm walking home from school. I think I'm out of my mind all of the time, and I should seek more therapy, but I don't want to. I could be healed, I could be real again. It won't help me now. Keep everything I want, I won't wait to fall back down, because I can't find my own. If ever I can let out my faith, when I am found, where am I? Be nice to know. Where am I? Where am I?
That was the song called Desert Hall, but it wasn't really about the desert. Yeah, so I don't even know what it's about. Y'all can tell me later, I suppose. It's definitely not about Cold Stone Creamery, Matt. Anyways, this next one we're gonna take down the energy just a bit, just for a second. We'll be back.
Sleep till the daydream. Wake up in clouds. Teacher, be right to me for moving too fast. Let me be hazy. I'm only asking for the one. Face down and lazy in a t-shirt and the sun. I am far from her now, but tonight will be found. I am far from her now, but tonight will be found. I don't know where I'm going, but I know where I've been. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going, but here I am again. Thought I could find her, thought I could try. Down on the blinders, I might as well die. I am far from her now, but tonight will be found. I am far from her now, but tonight will be found. I don't know where I'm going, but I know where I've been. alright. I found out, and I can't write in my state of mind. I'll be fine, and in time we'll be wrapped in another dry conversation. And it feels so unexpected to be locked inside your own space in a melody. I don't want to be rejected, but I want to fall in love. Yes, I hold the dark down from the tree. Girl in my dreams and falling so far. I wanna see everything before my eyes. Keep it close to me. I wanna stare at the sun until it dies. So it appears to be like a stain on the iris. I will write when the words are enough to rely on the time we spent in a rapture so sublime. Annihilation, and it feels so unexpected to be locked inside your own space in a melody. I don't want to be rejected, but I want to fall in love. Yes, I hold the dark down from the tree. Girl in my dreams ain't falling so far. So unexpected to be locked inside your own space in a melody. I don't want to be rejected, but I want to fall in love. Lest I behold the dark down from the tree. Girl in my dreams ain't falling so far. Speak unto me, girl in my dreams. Speak unto me.
Thank you. That was a new one. We didn't play that one. We've played one show so far, so that's the first time we've had like a new song, right? Or I guess it's old news because last time we had like 9 of them.
So what you're saying is every show has been an exclusive release.
Yes, so far, but I mean, not the studio recording, unfortunately.
Come to our
Stay
next
tuned.
show, it'll probably be an exclusive release also. Keep those eyes peeled.
Without further ado, here is a tale of Bostonians. So I went to Boston once, and it kind of sucked. I had a terrible time, honestly. We didn't write this song, but we'd like to think it's about that. So here it is. Pop open a bottle of bubbly. Yeah. Here's to another goddamn new year. That's the first verse. Here's the second verse. And outside, 2 million drunk Bostonians get ready to sing Auld Lang Syne out of tune. I sit there in my easy chair, staring at the clouds, orange with celebration. And I wonder if you're out there. Hey! The ice of Boston is muddy and reflects no light in the day or the night, and I slip on it every time.
open the third bottle of bubbly. Yeah, and I take that bottle of champagne, I go into the kitchen, I stand in front of the kitchen window, I take all my clothes off, and I take that bottle of champagne, pour it over my head, feel it cascade through my hair and across my chest, and the phone rings. And it's my mother. And she says, "Hi, honey, how's Boston?" And there I am standing with a bottle of champagne, buck naked, drenched in champagne, looking at a bunch of strangers. They're looking at me, looking at them, looking at me, looking at them, and I say, "Oh, well, I'm fine, Mom. How's Washington?" Hey, I saw Boston is muddy and reflects no light in the day or the night, and I slip on it every time. Boston is muddy, reflects no light in the day or the night, and I slip on it every time. Time, ready? So I guess the party line is I followed you up here. Well, I don't know about that. Mainly because knowing about that would mean knowing some pathetic, ridiculous, and absolutely true things about myself. I'd rather not admit to right now. Woke up at 3 a.m. with the radio on, that Gladys Knight in the Pit song on about how she'd rather live in his world with him than in her own world alone. And I'm just laying there on the bed, head spinning, staring at the ceiling, thinking to myself, Gladys, girl, I love you, but oh! You don't like! Hey! I saw Boston is muddy and reflects no light in the day or the night, and I slip on it every time. Hey! I saw Boston is muddy and reflects no light in the day or the night, and I slip on it every time. That was the song about Boston. This song's about April. It's called April's Fool. You've never heard of it, but it exists. I was reading her a passage from the Kama Sutra through a magnifying glass. I was asking her a question about mellow question when she said, I thought you'd never ask. Now it is raining and I'm walking home. I'm saying to myself, I told you so. There are some places even a brave man can't go. He slipped out his coat. April is the cruelest month, but she shouldn't have to be this cruel. April has betrayed my trust. Would you look at what I've turned into? April's Fool. Is the kind of girl you'd like to tell your secrets to. She turns around and laughs. I became suspicious when I read them in the papers. I said this affair will never last. Some guy in uniform says I know you. I say I don't know you, but how do you do? He says everyone here's heard what you put her through. And I'll put this head. April is the cruelest month, but she shouldn't have to be this cruel. April has betrayed my trust. Would you look at what I've turned into? April's Fool. Every year I'm the spring's worst example. Flowers flowers grow, sometimes just to get trampled. I was kidding when I told you I was human. I'm a barely mortal man. I won't make mistakes this time. I'll read you Kama Sutra. I've got Vishnu in my hand. Just as I say this, the Vishnu appears. He's off with my girl and I'm left with my tears. There is practically no points in lingering here, but I don't know how to leave. April is the coolest month, but she shouldn't have to be this cool. April has betrayed my trust, but you look at what I'm turned into. April's fool, April's fool, April's fool. Cool. That's sung by a band you've never heard of and probably never will. Called Cotton Mather. Check them out. Underrated. Seriously. Anyways, so this next song, I believe, is about dating a narcissist, I think. So, yeah, this is gonna be a fun one, right? Yeah. It's gonna make sure the strings don't sound terrible. Anyways, so it goes a little something like this. I'm waiting for something to come up, feet on the ground. Waiting for the ocean to fill your cup, baby, you'll drown. I hate you more and more each day, but I mean no harm. I'm waiting for everything I won't say. Call it something in the way, baby, you'll lose your arm. It doesn't mean that I won't try. I get the feeling that I won't try. I should be terrified, it makes no difference to me. I am the same, already know all of your ways, all that you show. Here in the sky, back from the coast. Everyone knows you're so far gone. I'm in patience now, but I'm still running dry. I'm trying myself out from you now, barely alive. I'm biding my time until you drop, 'cause I won't give up and let you take all you know. I won't stay, all I really wanna say, I'm done with your childish games. It doesn't mean that I won't try. I get the feeling that you won't try. I should be terrified, makes no difference to me. I am the same, already know all of your ways, all that you show. Here in the snare, back from the coast. Everyone knows you're so far gone.
see. I'm gonna do one thing. So we'll just we'll let Manny tune. By the way, wasn't that an awesome solo, everyone? That's a totally awesome solo. Yeah. This guy shreds. They all shred, but you know. Self-deprecation can become true if you let it. Anyways, so we got one more for you all. For you all. This one's called "Safe on Your Own." Consequently, it's the only piece in 3/4 tonight. I know, real original, right? Yes, music. Anyways, goes a little something like this. Oh, pardon me, my tuner was on. I don't try to make myself go numb. It's just the fool in me that I become. Hope I drown and pray that I'll be found. I don't try to live without you now, for I died the day you took your vow. Blinding sight faded now by night. I hope you're safe on your it's so wrong to think to drown my fear. I hate it so. Away from home I'll go. Like a firefly I'll float away to the place that keeps my mind at bay. Away from you, behind a backdrop blue. I hope you're safe on your I pray for you a better day. Tomorrow I can only disappear. Thank you. Well, we hope you all enjoyed the show. As you can see, we're not a Norwegian disco band, but
Wait, what?
sorry, we
What?
lied.
I quit.
You.
Wow, for a band called Saltwater Taffy, that was pretty sweet. Well, hey. Don't forget to, after the break, we'll be interviewing Saltwater Taffy, or Sweetwater Taffy, don't sue with Sweetwater. So don't forget to follow the socials, the Twitch, YouTube. I forgot
Twitter,
Instagram. I don't remember social
Yep.
media.
We got all of them. Just
We got
check it
all
out
of them.
below.
Follow us on MySpace. See you after the break.
Hey guys, we are back. This is Pastel Underground, and we are here. That didn't work. Hither with Saltwater Taffy. They just played an incredible freaking set for us. And so let's just start off by introducing everyone. Let's go on down the line and what instrument you played, just in case some people are just listening and on and off and everything like that. Go ahead.
My name is Emmanuel, and I play the guitar.
My name is Matthew, and I play the bass.
My name is Jay, and I play the guitar and the vocal cords.
Ah.
My name is Loden, and I play drums.
Woo, drummer, yeah!
It is our first drummer, so it's an exciting event.
Finally.
Killers, so we just wanted to tell everyone out there, first of all, that our PayPal is up and running again. So if you want to donate your tips right now, it's open. Go on down, scroll down, click it, go for it.
Putting money
Into their
insert
accounts.
your card.
It's
dollar
the great.
bills.
Okay, awesome. So I honestly want to get started with, how did you guys come up with this name? Like, where did that come from, and what was its or Jay? Go ahead.
Jay and I have the same story for this.
Right.
Yeah?
Well, if you would care to tell the story, you're welcome to.
Sure. So we're in the studio, hanging out, him and I working on some stuff. He's also a studio engineer, a producer,
Okay.
kind of does a lot of that stuff, a lot of audio mixing, things of that north. So we're in his studio in Santa Ana, and yeah, yeah, you should hire Jay to mix
Hire
your
Jay.
tracks. It's there. He's absolutely great.
Saltwater Taffy to play your weddings.
And also, yeah.
I like
So
it.
we were trying to come up with a band name and something that was notable, that was like easy to spell, not like some weird like, oh, follow us like this vague account name that's spelled like a normal word but spelled wrong, and it's like all that stuff that's like if someone's like, oh, I love this band, but like I don't remember what the hell they're called.
Name is.
Yeah.
So we were going back and forth with different things like biological names of plant stuff and like just everything back and forth. Do you remember some that we like trialed like back?
Yeah, what were
and
some of the
forth?
trial and
Or the
error
rejected
names?
band names, yeah.
There was a lot.
I don't know.
Rejects, yeah.
We should share all of them.
Jay can
What are
tell
the
you,
highlight / lowlight?
Oh, right. Well,
I mean,
yeah, I
I
came up with Jackal Onassis, which is really terrible.
Yeah.
And you were very persistent about it too. It was like every time you brought it up, you're like, "This is a good idea," and I was like,
Oh my god.
"So yeah, we had a couple that like we wanted, and then Jay was looking up the copyright stuff for, and like
so many band names are just taken like by bands that aren't even bands anymore.
It's the
so,
worst.
That does suck.
Yeah, no, it does. Like I think the original name was gonna be like Minimal Effort. Turns out there was a band that played like 3 shows in 2013, and their trademark is still active.
No!
we were very excited
They
about
had-
Minimal Effort.
They put in maximum effort to get minimal effort.
Yeah.
So.
Oh,
Indeed.
no.
And then did not put maximum effort into maintaining the band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks.
We're gonna get a cease and desist from that band later.
I mean,
One day.
hopefully
One
their name
day.
implies they don't put in any effort in the cease and desist.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Saltwater Taffy essentially was just from a barrage of like sea creature stuff, because we were like, okay, so we want to make music that makes people want to go to the beach, but also like cry while looking over a cliff at the beach.
I like
We
that.
were like, beach stuff, saltwater taffy.
Yes.
And thus, Saltwater Taffy was.
And we realized that comes with a cute little like our music is tough and hard to swallow, but if you work at it for long enough, you might actually enjoy it. So
I
felt
like
that.
that.
Was very reminiscent of Saltwater Taffy in of itself. It's tough and hard to swallow, but you gotta kind of work at it, and once you work at it, tastes
There
good.
it is.
Yeah.
Indeed.
That's a good brand.
Yeah,
I like
that's
that
good.
branding. So, on the basis of like origins and stuff like that, how did you all meet? How did that come to be? Was it kind of like a few people met and then generally this group formed, or was it like you all met at the same time?
Jacob and I met, was it 4 years ago now?
No, it was almost three. Like
Almost three? I don't know.
the key point I can remember, like in my life in particular, was going to a Kava bar open mic.
Yeah.
In 2018, where I met Manny, and then where me and Manny met, and then a few weeks later, me and Matt met, and then through Matt and Manny, I met a bunch of other people who were in the music scene, so ended up playing in a couple of bands with Loden, and
if you play around Orange County enough, you start seeing the same people over and over again. So
especially in like the freelance music scene and with gigs and stuff, people get called into stuff all the time. So it's like Jay, Manny, and I had actually played in a band with someone else for like and we all forget that time.
So funny.
Yeah,
That's
and
fun.
we wouldn't do
I
any
played
drums.
drums. I didn't even play guitar.
He played drums, he played guitar, and the other guy played guitar and sang.
Oh my
But
God.
we would only play like malls in like Huntington Beach and stuff, and just like
That's cool.
we didn't really have like we didn't rehearse at all. We would just like play and just like play like 4-chord pop
Off
songs
the cuff.
and just improvise, like do whatever, and just kind of like play for tips for like 2 hours and get like a base stipend.
we'd
So
proceed to spend all the tips on Whole Foods.
Whole Foods
Oh,
and the
no.
Phil's coffee, that was there.
Okay, well that was worth
That
it.
was
But
it. But, as you can see, we're coffee fans.
Yeah.
I like it.
my coffee's over.
Alright, I'm
Hey,
drinking
not a
one.
coffee fan? What's your beverage of choice?
Mine is worse. I like energy drinks.
Ooh.
Which that's specific. Which one is your beverage of choice for energy drinks?
Nas.
Nas.
Out of all
think
the
I've ever
energy
had
drinks,
Nas.
I like that one too.
That's
I don't
it
have them
tastes-
often.
I've
It tastes.
Shout out to Celsius. Celsius.
It's like a
really
Cactus
good.
Creek.
I've
Venom
seen
is
so much
superior.
of that.
I've never heard of these brands. I'm so confused.
I've heard of Nas. I've never had it. Bang is my. I just did 2 night shoots this past weekend, and Bang was the thing that got me through it for some reason. That was the one.
Apparently Bang makes vapes now.
I think they're actually,
Okay.
I think they're different companies, and one just hasn't somehow suited the other.
Really?
That's crazy.
That's gonna be a fun lawsuit.
And you couldn't get minimal effort.
Maybe they have the same
for
lawyers.
real. You know what's up.
They
We
have
were
the
like,
same
well,
lawyers,
this is
yeah.
gonna be inconveniencing. Let's just. It was easier at that point to find another one than like
That's crazy.
do stuff, because everything else that we had in mind just wasn't. It didn't feel right. It was
Yeah.
something that like was okay, and then we got to a point where we were like, we just need to name ourselves whatever, because as long as our music's memorable, people will find us. And like, it's a lot easier with a good band name.
Oh
so.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys kind of were freelance before you did this. How did you guys get involved in, each of you, I guess, is kind of individual, but how did you get involved in music in general? Or you said you play drums and guitar. Do you guys play multiple instruments? I think both of you said you did. Sort of ish, like instrument and a half type of a deal. Yeah. So how did you guys get involved in music in general? What started your love for it?
My dad is a musician
Yeah?
as well, so I've always kind of been around it. And then I started playing guitar like, I don't know, when I was really young, and then didn't get really serious about it until I was like maybe 12 or 13
Yeah.
or something. And then I did like band in high school, and that's where I started playing drums.
Did you do percussion in
drumline.
high school, or like
Yes.
drumline?
I did drumline.
Woo,
yes.
go drum
Let's go
line.
percussion.
Lots of drumline.
Yeah.
Did a lot of drumline.
I did a lot of drumline. It's true. Yeah.
Good. What about you, Matt?
Cool. I started music in 6th grade. It was by accident. I think I like had a recorder class or something in elementary school, but I don't remember that at all. And we all hated the band teacher. In 6th grade, I forgot to fill out my elective form, so they put me in drama. And sixth grade me was like, I don't want to be in drama. So I asked the drama sub, who was the band director, coincidentally, what I could do that wasn't drama and would still fulfill an elective. And since they were the band director, they were like, you should join band. So started playing clarinet. Was okay on clarinet. Switched to euphonium because I thought the name sounded cool. It's really,
What is a euphonium?
really
It's
bad
like a
at euphonium.
baby
It's like
tuba.
a mini tuba.
A baby
Yeah.
tuba. Okay.
Yeah.
I was
Great.
awful. So bad I cried at euphonium.
Brass
and then,
instruments,
and
am
then
I
I
right?
switched over to tuba after that, which is technically my main like instrument
Mm-hmm.
of choice. But my best friend at the time, also in 8th grade, was a guitar player, and he joined the jazz band.
Ooh.
So they had needed a bass player, and they needed a spot. And I had a guitar, but I knew how to play like 2 notes on it, and it was horrible.
That's all you need to know to
And
play bass.
Honestly, Yeah. So
5.
yeah. So I picked up a bass. I taught myself how to play bass,
Nice.
and the rest is history. I started playing in jazz bands and started getting into the freelance music scene once I went into college, and yeah, I've been really involved with it ever since.
I like how your
Yeah.
story involves you playing baby tuba and then realizing this sucks. I'm gonna go play a bigger version of
Normal
this one I hate.
A big tuba.
Yeah, it's like maybe you need to we get the same thing but bigger. That'll have smaller
Yeah,
problems.
but lower and easier to play, and more
Yeah.
more accustomed to a larger lip size. So.
That's good. All right, you're next.
As far as getting into music, it's like I can't really remember a time in my life where I wasn't surrounded by music. I grew up with a stage rigging guy for a dad and like a deadhead for a mother, so that was like just kind of my early childhood. And then I started learning to play instruments, had a couple of lessons, but didn't really get anywhere with it, so I started teaching myself.
that's cool.
Picked up the guitar, the piano, the drums more recently. I was in high school, started writing my own songs, so I just kind of kept going with that, and I was like, I guess I enjoy this a lot, so I'm gonna keep doing it. Yourself?
That's cool.
My grandpa, he used to be a musician, and he he used to make instruments. I guess he got to a point where he felt like he was so good that he just stopped.
What?
It's just like
Quit while you're ahead. That's a good
He's
good
like,
business
I'm the
plan.
best
I like
at this.
it.
This is no more.
It's like now that I'm the best, I can retire and no one can contest me.
But there was that, and I guess I was really into like pattern games and just stuff having to do with matching or something. And so my mom decided that I should try taking piano lessons when I was 5, and that really I was really interested in that. But I was more good with rhythms than actual notes. So I switched to drums at 7, and then I joined my jazz band in middle school and discovered actual music, or jazz wasn't just like boring 40s Glenn Miller songs.
That was all I had in high school.
But yeah, I joined middle school band, discovered Tower Power and all them, went to OSHA for high school, and now I'm kind of a music student at Saddleback.
Oh, cool.
Studying jazz, yeah.
That's sweet.
Nice.
So we have a audience question that Wyndham is gonna throw at me right now. So
Oh, that was.
Oh, that was a
That was it.
wonderful throw. Great job.
this feels like I'm opening up a
I like
lottery
this.
ticket.
It's
Looks like
or
one of those like
something.
little games,
Ooh.
like the
Yeah,
I know,
like
right?
kissing
this.
games.
Right,
or
it's
whatever,
like-
you fold it.
And the Grammy winner is
Give me an Emmy.
Coyote Corona. Shout out. Is what is your favorite Pokemon?
Ooh.
That's a good question.
This is a hard
We're
question.
right now.
Oh man, this is a thing.
Yeah,
for
okay,
it.
you're wearing a Pokemon shirt, so you have to answer first.
Real quickly, is that the Ghastly Gengar Hunter line? Because I'm having trouble. My eyes are bad, but I see a Ghastly, and I was assuming that's the rest. All right, answer your question. Sorry for interrupting.
My favorite Pokemon is not any of these. I have to think about it.
Your favorite fashion
my-
Pokemon?
Probably Raichu. I know it's kind of a little cliche.
You still
You
yours?
choose the mascot.
I used to Raichu once
Got
in
another
game, and it just died every fight. Like, go Raichu, and it's dead. And it
Oh,
was the
no.
worst thing. So I'm traumatized by Raichu. Never again.
Anyone else? Anyone else want to shout out their favorite
Oh, mine
Pokemon?
was also Raichu. I was gonna say that, and I was gonna also be like, oh, it's kind of cliche. Yeah,
Both cliches. It's fine, guys.
I would get that like Game Boy game, and then figure out the like little glitch where like you just keep leveling it up.
The
Oh
missing-
my
yeah,
God.
where you had to go along the island, like
Something
there was
like
like
that.
the
Yeah.
space where
Had
it
to be
was
like
land,
very specific.
and you had to swim up and down, and it like wasn't registered in the game, so like any sort of Pokemon would appear.
Oh my god.
Oh, the missing no trick,
Missing out,
right?
yeah.
I remember
and
that.
that's how you duplicated items.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You duplicated rare candies and give them to like.
Oof, yeah. Gen
What about
1
yours,
was
Aiden?
crazy.
What was your favorite?
That's so hard. I might be biased and say Swampert. That was the first starter I chose. I just love that line of Pokemon. Yeah, Mudkip fans, let's go. But I've always liked the water types.
I changed my mind. My favorite Pokemon is Swalot, which is
The poison type?
the big purple.
The
guy,
big
yeah.
poison type that involves some Gulpin.
Yes, I totally know.
Yeah, that's Gen 3. I'm
Gen
biased for
3, that's my
Gen 3.
favorite.
That was my
That's what I
first, so
started
that's
with,
my
yeah.
favorite. Yeah, that's.
apparently
incredible.
the Gen 2 and Gen 1 games are worth like hundreds of dollars now.
All of the Pokemon games have just exploded in value. It's
Wow.
awful.
It's so crazy. Like these games that have just been sitting like in a box in my room for 10 years that I play like once a year maybe are now worth like
$150 a
$500,
cartridge
like, oh my
loose
Yeah.
for one of the most mass-produced games on both of those consoles. It's like it's just over. I don't know, it's a whole rant.
Nostalgia is pricey.
It's so annoying. That's the one thing young people ruined is nostalgia. I was like, oh, young people
one
killed
thing?
diamonds.
The one
young
thing.
People. That's the one thing I'm mad at young
Millennials
people.
Killing the doorbell industry.
Yeah,
Not
no.
making-
They're
Find
killing,
out
my
now.
God.
Click here.
they're killing the friggin'
Link in
Pokemon
our bio.
industry. Anyone else haven't said their favorite Pokemon while we're
Anyone
here?
else?
I will say a Kirby. No, I'm just kidding. Jigglypuff in another
that.
a similarity. I thought it'd be fun.
Are you the Smash player in
I'm
the
not,
group?
I am a Smash player.
Ah, yes.
But I had been a fan of Jigglypuff ever before. Just the fact that she sings a song and it's just a ball that like runs around and floats around. Always thought was really funny.
It's like budget Kirby.
I didn't have like a crazy childhood growing up with Pokemon. It's one of those things I played about like a cumulative total of like maybe 30 minutes of, and then like didn't else. So all of Pokemon I know is from like word of mouth or like playing at friends' houses. So I would say from my experience, because one of my friends had a Jigglypuff that I played with for a little bit. It was fun. It's a good time. Jigglypuff Stan.
Yep.
I think we have one more. Yours, or were you a Yu-Gi-Oh
Hmm.
guy and don't care?
Yeah, no, I like that Pokemon.
I'm a
that plays
Neopets guy
Yu-Gi-Oh,
myself.
Actually.
Oh yeah, that's my
The one with
favorite.
cards,
The
just
card
flip
game
cards and,
Pokemon,
like,
yes.
decapitate people.
It's in Gen 10, I've heard. Pokemon Peanut Butter and Jelly.
Pokemon peanut butter. What?
You, sir, are a legend.
Pokemon
Alright.
has a really bad naming process. Like first it was like red, blue, gold, silver, blah blah blah, but now they're like sword and shield, foot
Pokemon
and hand.
Black
Foot
and
and-
White, Pokemon Sunny and Cher.
Oh no. I'm in the same boat as you, except I didn't pick up as much, and I have been notoriously just like slammed for not doing.
Just say the one everyone knows.
I know Pikachu. I did have a stuffed Pikachu. I did.
Oh, man.
Their answers were just like Pikachu Deluxe. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
advanced
like, yeah.
Pikachu.
I have been
Oh,
told
sorry.
that I am like, I don't know, it's some eel-looking one that doesn't do much, and I'm like,
Oh.
thanks.
It's
Magikarp?
No, it's
Was
not
that-
an eel.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No, that's a fish.
I know Magikarp
It evolves
is a
into
fish,
Gyarados, but-
whenever
It's
I
like a
hear the word,
completely useless one.
that's
just-
Magikarp.
Yeah,
He's a
no, that's
completely
what I've
useless
been
one.
described
Is
as.
what I've been
Oh, that's,
told.
you
Yeah.
gotta get new friends.
I-
That's, what you
That's not a compliment.
That's
I hate
not
to
a
break it to you.
compliment.
I figured it wasn't since they told
Magikarp
me.
is that like pop culture, like you suck. Like
Hey,
Magic.
Well-
to be fair, Magikarp evolves into Gyarados. That means you're
Yeah.
gonna grow up to be something amazing, or
But
you
you're
get
just-
boxed.
But you're
and-
not
Yes.
there yet. Which
But
is
I'm not there yet.
Yeah, or you get boxed
Great,
because no
great,
one wants to
great.
switch train you.
Too
We're
good.
nerds. We
So
love it.
back to music-ish,
Um,
ish. Not really. We'll get back to some funny and silly shit because it's boring to stay on one topic the entire time. But what's been your guys' kind of? So you guys have described yourself as like alt indie kind of rock band, and I definitely got that feel. Like this is the exact type of music that I personally listen to all the time. So I was like jamming up there. But what are some inspirations for you guys, both super like kind of past people who are dead, but also current inspirations in terms Francis is doing this,
He's
and
doing-
I'm
he's
like,
trying
the
to-
exits are this way and
He's
that
trying to
way.
guide traffic. He's like, we're all sitting.
What?
Oh, we gotta land the plane.
Landing a plane.
He's
Oh,
like
great.
got the flags
We're
out.
landing
He's
a
doing
plane.
sailor signs. All right.
Who are your inspirations for your specific, oh my god, I forgot the word, instruments, as well as just your music in general?
I think the best person to start this one in terms of the music should be Jay, because fun fact, Jay wrote all of the songs.
Oh.
That's
So
so
except
cool.
for two, April's Fool and Ice of Boston are two obscure artists you should
Yeah.
check out.
What
So
are
those two were covers, but Jay chose those covers. Jay also has written all the music. And
Who were those-
all the
Shit.
parts.
who were those
Yeah, who
covers
the
of?
heck?
Who were the original artists?
The first one, the Ice of Boston, which is one where Jay is talking and talking about Boston
Being
and
naked and
yeah,
covered in
pouring champagne on himself and being
Hi,
naked
Mom.
and Hi Mom and How's Washington, stuff like that. That's by a band called the Dismemberment Plan.
I love
Check 'em
that.
out. They're pretty good. I like them a lot. And then the other one is called April's Fool, which had that nice little earworm bass line and that little like that little like really happy thing. Yeah. That is by Cotton Mather, who I've never heard any other songs from, but
Yeah.
Jay knows them a lot more.
Well, you know, when I was 4, my dad, I think, showed me Cotton Mather, and yeah, I guess like I'm a 4-year-old kid. I probably shouldn't be listening to a song about like reading somebody. Yes.
Yeah, reading the Kama Sutra.
But I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. But anyways, so and as far as inspirations go, it's like as a kid I was really into progressive rock. And
Yeah.
then, like in the preteen years, it was blues. Like, oh, I want to be Stevie Ray Vaughan. And I started listening to all these jam bands. So I was like, oh, I want to be in a jam band. And I kind of got back to my roots, I guess. I think the most heavy inspirations I've had recently have been a lot of the indie records that came out of Matador in like 2018, stuff like Soccer Mommy, Snail Mail, The Beths. That was Matador, but or at least I don't think it was. But I don't know. I guess I kind of had a mind to meld the heavier stuff I listened to in my youth with the lighter stuff that I tend to listen to now. So hence this. Sometimes I don't even remember writing riffs. I just discover them on my phone. I'm like,
Oh,
this is good. This should be
I
a song.
like this.
I'm gonna put this with this other riff, and then, oh, there's a song, and then the drum beat should go like bum da 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 da, something like that.
How do you discover music? That's always something I find interesting with artists. Like for me, it's I literally just go to my Discover page or something like, or like stalk my friends on Spotify.
Spotify's what's
That's a
up.
good one.
Yeah. How do you guys do it?
YouTube.
I agree.
YouTube?
Videos.
Yep.
That when
The
I
algorithm?
first started getting into like new music, it was the suggested videos that would be like, oh, you like this guy? What about this guy? What about
Yeah.
this guy? So.
All right, Wyndham's gonna try once again to throw something to me.
Hide.
Oh, I was so close.
That's Chinese.
That's so cute.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, whoever opens up is
Yellow.
who I marry.
4.
Yeah.
I'm not good at this. I marry no one.
No one.
Oh no.
Oh
You're
no.
gonna
I'm
that's
never gonna get
depressing.
married.
That's-
Oh
That's way too depressing. Okay. Anonymous says, Jay, do you have any hair care tips?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Asking the important
Um,
questions.
no.
Okay, so
Hashtag ad.
So elegant.
okay, so basically I'm gonna break this into 2 categories.
Ooh.
Depressed, not depressed.
Okay.
Not depressed, I'll start with the happy stuff. I guess Aussie and occasionally like coconut oil. I don't know, like it just kind of grows this way naturally.
It's
but
just like a natural thing, you know.
Well, it gets dark.
I woke up like this.
Well,
And then depressed, well, you know, leave it tied up for like 3 days, even in the shower, I guess, and you know, just frizz it up all the time because, you know, fidgeting. So those are my 2 little tidbits.
Relatable content. What's your guys' favorite candy, given Saltwater Taffy as the name?
You know Ferrero Rochers? You know those little things?
Do I know Ferrero Rochers?
Right.
It's
little
Rocher.
Ah.
It's Rocher.
Rocher? Yeah, I don't know how to say it.
Ferrero
No.
Rocher. Have you been
Wow.
saying Rocher this whole time?
Probably.
I'm so sorry for you.
Well, yeah.
All those people in their brains just like.
Yeah.
Judging me? It's fine. It's fine. What about you? What's your favorite candy?
I've always been very partial to Kit Kats, especially the bougie Kit Kats.
What
Like,
are
when
the
you can
bougie
get the,
Kit
you can get
Kats?
like green tea Kit Kats from
Oh,
Japan and stuff. Like
Ooh.
anytime I grew up in an Asian community, so anytime one of my friends would visit Japan, they'd always bring me back like exclusive candy.
Those green tea.
Those are your best
So
friends.
good,
Those are
so good, yeah. So I've always been partial to Kit Kats. Have always been a personal favorite.
What about you, Jay?
Then candy. I don't eat a whole lot of candy. I like ice cream. But,
Ice cream? Favorite ice cream flavor?
Favorite ice cream? Probably this like that non-dairy one from Ben and Jerry's. I think it's called PB and cookies.
Ooh.
Stuff's good. It's like, you know, it's like peanut butter with like Oreos, but not really Oreos. So it's
Good.
like
Sounds tasty.
dope.
Oh,
Yeah.
that does sound good.
We should make a saltwater taffy flavored ice cream day.
We
for
should.
the-
Come on,
Yes!
Ben and Jerry's.
Ben and Jerry's!
Sponsor us. We know you got. We know one of you is watching.
We know you guys are on the
If Jimmy
you
Fallon
got
can
it.
get ice cream, so can Saltwater
Everyone
Taffy.
Exactly.
at Ben and Jerry's.
At
You're
Ben and
not
Jerry's.
watching the rocket launch. We know that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. There's a rocket
Yep.
launch. I think there's Olympics on. But
Yeah.
favorite
Well-
favorite something,
Music
candy,
Olympics.
ice cream, whatever.
I mean, I always go with Reese's, just like normal.
Okay, Reese's
but
or Reese's?
It's
Reese's.
Reese's.
If you say Reese's, you are wrong.
Reese's sounds like feces. Who calls it that?
Fuck you all!
It's Reese, and it's his.
You ever say like, hey, this is Reese's candy that he makes?
Reese's candy.
I have.
What was you said something about Reese's and we were grilling her for some reason?
I was gonna say I have a friend who purposefully says like names of brands wrong.
Incorrect. Yeah.
And she says Reese's. So.
Well, fuck that. I don't know why. I just grew. My mom said it that way, so I say it that way. It just is what it is.
It runs in the family.
It runs in the family.
People always get on me because I don't like to say milk because I don't want to go ilk. I don't want to do that, so
So
I say milk.
Milk?
Yeah, I don't care.
Oh man, my favorite.
I always feel people always like catch me on
Out
that.
of the band.
I'll always just say like, oh yeah, can I get a glass of chocolate milk? And then people will be like, chocolate what?
I assume you're saying milk really fast. Like, oh, chocolate milk. It's like, yeah, they're saying milk. I don't even. Unless you go chocolate
sometimes
milk.
People will like flame me and they'll be like, chocolate what? What'd you just say? Milk?
I don't have any milk.
Say milk. Milk, and they'll like take it through the phonetics, and I'll always just say milk,
I'm ready.
milk, and then milk.
No. Oh my god! That's gonna like pierce someone's eye out!
Come on, bro! We're trying to have an interview here!
Okay, this is dangerous. This flying paper airplanes. Where's the principal?
Oh my gosh.
Wyndham, weren't you the principal? Find who's responsible to this.
The principal is now.
What is it? Who said?
I don't know. Also, my favorite candy is Junior Mints. Like the.
Dude.
No.
Dude,
That's
it's
like
been
an
so
80-year-old person
Shut
candy.
up, okay? Look,
It's Junior Mints and Peppermint Patties.
every time I've had a Junior Mint, it's been from an old person, but they're still
There's
really
I
fucking
get them at the movie
Junior
theater.
Mints at a theater. I've never been given a Junior Mint by an old
Yeah.
I've only ever gotten Junior Mints at the movie theater, or my parents get them for me for like as a present.
Incredible.
All right. Speaking of presents,
Jolene Greer.
Julene
That's
Gear
my mom.
says, "What or where would be your perfect next gig?"
Ooh.
At
Madison
Red
Square
Wine
Garden?
Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Matt MSG, fly us out. We know you're here.
Red Rocks.
Cool.
Some abandoned Air Force base with like one of those tent stages and a bunch of like sculptures or something.
That sounds. I like want this to happen now. That sounds freaking cool.
Yeah, if you're in charge of putting together venues, get to
Yeah.
work.
Any
Next
concert
big
promoters?
Seriously, we
Concert promoters. All right, let's round two this.
That's so. Oh
What's it
god.
gonna be now?
Are we going for me? This is gonna poke my eye out.
Manny, where's your favorite
Take two. Take two.
Oh, if we're talking about like any place, Loden said Red Rocks. That place is pretty cool. This is pretty sweet.
Yeah, Red Rocks.
But in the area, I mean, it'd be so cool if like within the next few.
Where do
months,
you two
like,
want to see us at next?
Somewhere.
Troubadour. I always love the Troubadour. I really like their space.
Didn't they close down?
Did they close down?
I knew-
Like fully?
This is the first time hearing about this.
I don't know. There have been
Wolf-
some famous venues.
Well, that's just because of COVID.
I'm not
But
sure,
there's,
yeah.
we'll have someone fact check this. Is
Can
the
someone-
Troubadour
yeah.
alive?
We need this information.
Where's the fact crew?
Yeah.
Is the Troubadour alive?
I might be thinking of the hi-hat.
I've never heard of the
Is the
hi-hat, so
Troubadour
it's not a good
still open and running?
I think the hi-hat's still open.
No, it's closed.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, even I've never heard of this place, so it sounds pretty dead.
It's like this old bank that was converted into.
I like the Roxy too. That's a good spot.
Oh, the
That
Roxy,
sounds
what I
cool.
was looking forward to trying to say. It's,
I like
it's
that
a,
place.
it's
Good
a historic club venue.
What's that, whiskey, whatever?
Whiskey Go Go, I think.
Yeah.
Whiskey Go Go.
Yeah. Is it like
Right.
There's a play there.
Yeah.
Like a pay-to-play deal.
The Viper.
House
Whoever
of
pays,
Rock.
really.
House
Yeah.
of Blues, you mean?
House of Blues,
House
not
of
House
Blues.
of Rock. I just, oh my god.
And you're
I was
thinking of School of
I was
Rock.
thinking
You're thinking of Jack
and-
Black
yeah,
and
you
School
already
of
know. I was
Rock,
thinking
yeah.
Jack Black and
There's
Mint.
also the Mint. That's another old club.
Ooh, the Mint.
Yeah. That,
So this question isn't really a question, it's more of a comment, but it's literally from the neighbors here.
Oh.
And they said, we could hear y'all and we absolutely loved the music.
oh, thank
so,
God. I thought it was a noise
guys got some
complaint.
fans.
Oh.
Oh!
I'm like, oh
You guys
no.
have got some fans
Let's go.
around this
Let's
area
go.
already. So
Very cool.
killer.
Oh, thank God. I'm so...
If I write them back a note and throw it at in their window.
Will it work?
Yeah.
Hey, thanks. Follow us at.
Follow us.
Ooh,
I like it.
disclaimer: not Saltwater Taffy music, because that was taken by someone that's not Saltwater Taffy music. Saltwater Taffy Muse, like
Ah,
the band
like the
Muse.
band
not
Muse.
the band Muse.
Muse. I like
We're
it.
not Muse. We're Saltwater Taffy.
Muse, don't sue us.
They're not gonna sue you. They're chill.
Yeah.
There's other muses out there.
You know them personally?
I saw them
Music,
live.
you need an
Yeah.
Opener.
Oh yeah, Muse. I mean, I saw they Walk the Moon open for them, so like you could get in there. I feel like you're cooler than Walk the Moon. They have like one good song.
That's so
Yeah.
fun.
I may have heard this song at some point in my life.
Was it the dun 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 dun?
It's not that one. It's not Shut Up and Dance. It's Headphones. That's their cool song.
What?
Yeah, it's like a
Walk
song.
the
Shut Up and Dance by Walk.
That's
the
their
Moon.
biggest
Yeah.
song.
That's the one they know.
That's
Yeah,
their
it's the
biggest
popular
song, but not their best song. You know how some bands like their biggest.
I don't know like the vague.
Yeah,
stuff from
I mean,
the
I only know them because I saw them live, but I was like, oh, this is a pretty cool song. I'll add to the playlist. Now bring on Muse.
Oh, hell yeah.
Now bring on Muse.
What are we talking about? Oh yeah, the Neighbors.
We're talking about the neighbors.
I'm just once again. No
Not the
song.
neighborhood. Not to be confused with.
Don't make this more complicated.
What's your guys' favorite kind of warm up and or cool down for performing? Do you have one? Anyone?
I do.
Yeah,
I have
what's up?
one. My drum teacher, when I was 8 years old, told me that the number one thing that affects drummers is what's the thing?
Tension,
Tendinitis,
nerves.
carpal tunnel.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he just taught me to like take my sticks and pull them one way and then pull them another and stretch out my arms
Yeah,
for 10
loosen
seconds
up.
each. But that's about it. And then I, will do that or whatever.
Yeah,
but
8 on a hand.
Yeah.
That's the classic.
Anyone else have any special rituals or?
I like to take my guitar and just pick it up and like throw it against the wall and then
Yep.
walk out of the venue and drive home.
Oh man, you must
That
have some
sounds
good
pretty
sponsors so you can be able to afford doing that.
Yeah, it's called having a bank account, I guess.
Oh,
But I like, you may notice I impulsively like do this all the time because like I was taught, hey, you should like stretch,
Yeah.
and it's like
That's
I
a
just
good
do
one.
that every time, and it hasn't failed me yet. I haven't busted anything, so it's up to the best.
I like to pick my instrument up. I feel like music is a very like technical thing. I went to school for music, and you get really caught up in the proper like classical way to do things and how to warm up and technique and all this and all that. So it's like I realized that none of that is really important. When I pick up my instrument, I'll just like play something on bass. I've gotten really into like major 7 licks. I just almost always like just pick that up when I play, just because it feels good on my hands. And then as soon as I like play some stuff that sounds good, I do a little like spider climb exercise of doing this, but there's like a different string pattern that I like to do. So it works on like my dexterity. So I'll do that up and down a couple frets. And just really warm up like what's happening with my fingers and what's happening with my hand here. And like everyone else has been saying so far, lots of this stretches, lots of kind of like one of the things I always do before I perform is for some reason I feel like it's just a mental thing, but I like to like wash my hands or take a shower. Just because I feel like if I am clean, I'm gonna play clean.
That's some good.
And it's like a big thing with like even if I like it's been a long day or something, I don't have time to like go home and shower. I'll always try to like just go to the bathroom and like really wash my hands really well, so it can just be like me and my bass, and there's nothing else like in between it. So
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Cool.
I think that's good. That's good. Yeah, feeling good before you go to play is definitely important. Or like if you're worried about this or that, just crossing all your T's and dotting all your I's. As far as like physically, I would say about same kind of thing. Like you just kind of do some scales with the Met, maybe some thirds and some triads and stuff, and then play a little bit of the music you're about to play. Go have fun.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's cool. Oh, we got another one. Let's see.
Sorry.
That was pretty
That was the
good.
best throw so far.
That was
I apologize before
You could be a football player. Nice.
Yeah.
Quarterback.
See you at the Olympics.
Quarterback Abastidas.
Quarterback on who needs a quarterback? I don't know. Saz Oriza says, "Whoever said milk is canceled." That's what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
that's right.
You gotta find a
I
new
knew.
bass player.
We
I'm
were
sorry.
We were joking about this before that I was gonna get canceled tonight, and
Yeah.
so it actually,
Wait, no, really?
it actually happened. Like finally.
That's funny.
I'm
Oh
checking-
my God.
I'm checking Twitter right now.
Yeah,
There's a whole
cancel us.
hashtag.
My name is Matthew Destante. Feel free to cancel me. And all.
Hashtag cancel
I'm
Matthew.
a teacher, so getting canceled is
I'm a
especially
teacher too.
rough.
Hey,
awesome.
I feel you. Cool.
Cool.
Anything else for you?
I mean, got nothing.
What's up next for you guys in terms
That's a
of
much better-
like what is your we've talked about your aspirations in terms of where you want to play next. What's up in terms of where you're going musically? Are there any shifts, or are you coming out with an EP soon? What's going on? What's going on in your life?
Currently, we're in the we're in the process of making some finished recordings as well as some visual materials.
Yep.
So we're gonna be playing shows, obviously, to promote that. So we're gonna be making some announcements in the near future once everything is solidified. Right now, we're just kind of trying to be on as many bills as we can. Play with as many local bands that we enjoy as possible, and kind of just continue to grow the audience from there.
Yeah.
Where are we playing next? What's the next place?
Rockin' Lounge?
Rockin' Lounge.
Rockin'
Yeah.
Lounge. I believe that's on the second bill to be
On the
announced.
second,
We're not
right?
Oh, sweet.
headliners on that, but
Be there.
Hey.
There will be a square.
yes, if you feel like driving to Los Angeles, but
Yeah, and then we're shooting on Monday for
Tomorrow?
no,
Monday.
Monday.
Not tomorrow.
Yeah, for
Tomorrow's Saturday.
for the music video, right?
Yeah.
You're shooting a music video?
Yeah.
for the lead
Sweet!
single to be announced.
For the first to be announced about no song in particular.
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, we will definitely hit you guys up for that. Kind of an ending question, but a positive note to end on. What has been your favorite performance you've ever done?
This is the second one. So,
Well, it doesn't have with this band or
there's one
Yeah,
correct
they both
answer.
been
That's what
told.
we're
there's
going
this one or that one. It's a 50-50
Yeah,
chance.
it's us or
It's either
not
us
us.
or them.
Yeah, it's us. Yeah.
So who is it, guys?
This one.
So
Good.
Or what's been your best performing story? Or something like that. It doesn't
That's
necessarily have to be with the
that's so
band, just the
difficult.
weirdest or best performing
Could
story.
be about the venue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be about the place you're at right now.
When I was in high school, my jazz band used to go to the Reno Jazz Festival all the time.
Ooh.
And they had this like all-star group and whatever that you could audition for. And one year I actually got into the all-star group, and
Awesome.
I like didn't realize that it was. I thought it was just like, oh yeah, you just like get to play at a restaurant or whatever. But no, you get to play at the stadium that's at the Reno College in front of all of your peers, every
Ooh.
single person. So that was probably the scariest concert I've ever played, is because I'm a jazz musician playing with all these good jazz musicians in front of literally thousands and thousands of other jazz musicians who are probably judging me every second.
Oh
We do
The
that.
jazz culture.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like their own instrument, like the drummers judge other drummers, guitar, horns judge the other horns. We're awful.
No one said I did bad.
That's
so.
good.
There we go. Anyone else have a fun performer story?
Speaking on Reno, actually, there was an instance not long after I got out of high school where there was this sort of smaller festival in a few miles north of Reno, I believe, in the desert. There was just like this open jam where everyone kind of came in and formed this band out of nowhere that only lasted for like 2 hours.
Oh my god.
It was crazy. My aim is to kind of recreate that kind of atmosphere, like in future performances, that sort of immersive nature between the audience and the performers. So, if anybody wants to sponsor us to plan a festival,
Hey!
Please give us money.
When we get the
What can we
Pastel
say?
Underground
Oh,
Music
thank you.
Festival set up in 2038.
That would-
we'll
2038!
Yep.
Chicago!
Ooh, we're on the
I love
road.
it.
Not yet, but someday maybe. I don't know.
That's so
Nice
cool.
emoji.
Anyone else have any fun performer stories?
I have a lot of like great performances and really memorable performances. I think one of the most memorable, and this was just the first one that like popped in my brain, was in the summer of 2019. I was playing tuba in a drum corps, which is like a bunch of stuff that's on like a field and on a field show. So the kind of tuba I had was laying on the ground, and we did some choreography and stuff in the beginning. And one of the mellophone players had to jump over my tuba at one point. So what he did was he jumped and he screwed up and face planted because his foot got caught on my mouthpiece. But he kicked my mouthpiece about like 5 to 10 yards away. So I didn't notice. And this guy recovered real quick. But as I was going to like leave, I realized there was no mouthpiece on my instrument. So I had to like scramble all the way over and like hold it really awkwardly in one hand for like a minute and a half as I worried about doing all this like acrobatic stuff. So I remember like a bunch of stuff being like on fire that performance. A lot of things were not right, So just kind of rolling with the punches there was really fun and interesting and very memorable. So I just remember being like, well, great, when I saw all that stuff happening. So that's definitely on the more memorable side for me. So.
Oh yeah. You gotta roll with the punches. I mean, that's the part of the thing about performing, is that it's live, right?
Yeah,
so if things mess up, you just gotta keep going.
We had some technical difficulties our first show with like our most emotional and like core wrenching song. There was like some amp like issues, and like it was not great. We sounded fine. We did what we could, but like there was just a staticky thing, and it was just it is what it is, It's gonna happen during performance. You just gotta kind of roll with it. So.
You just gotta learn from it, right?
Pastel Underground has never had tech issues on our shows.
No.
Never, ever.
No, absolutely not.
Nothing bad has ever happened.
Before the startup time, we just came in. Everything was.
All was perfect. All of our other shows were like that. Francis is the best at his job.
No mic issues at all. No camera issues. It's fine.
No mic issues. Everything's loud, hearable. Never went mute once.
Yep.
PayPal works.
PayPal works.
PayPal works.
No. What about you? Anything, man?
As far as like performance stories, I think the most memorable one, it wasn't a performance. It was like we were practicing, and it was kind of late. We used to practice at this place called the Balcony. Shout out to the Balcony. It was just my friend's house. Just where
love it.
Does that go to the garage?
The garage, yeah. But
with all the stairs you had to carry.
Yeah. But it was really high up because it's like a huge driveway. You can fit like 5 cars at like
it's on a hill.
It's on a hill, basically.
Nice.
Yeah.
So anytime we played, it would be broadcast to the whole neighborhood. And
must have loved
occasionally, people would like throw rocks at the garage door and stuff, and be like, "Shut the fuck up! I'm trying to sleep and stuff." So.
What time were you playing?
Oh, a little too late. It was like 11.
Oh,
it was like
wow.
Which we should have stopped at that point. Yeah, no, it's our fault. It's our fault. But one time, someone came and like knocked on the door super hard, and the garage was closed, and we just like stopped playing, and we're like, no one's gonna get up, right? We're just like,
just stay still.
Don't move. Maybe they'll go away. And then they knock again, right? And we're like, and then the door opens. They grab the garage and they like threw it up, and the guy, he's looking kind of crazy, right? And he's got like a beer in one hand, and he's like, hey, you guys know the Monster Mash? We should play the Monster Mash, bro.
Oh my god.
Because we had played a Halloween house party, and I guess he heard the Monster Mash.
Oh man.
So we were like,
oh
yeah, we could play the Monster Mash, bro. Well, sure.
Yeah.
And 1, 2, 3, into the mash. And then he was like vibing on it, and then he just left. And we were like, man, we almost got murdered.
Yeah, I thought I would have been like,
but it went a lot better than
that guy would go on to later be your manager.
Yeah. Oh my god. Well, thank you guys so much for coming out. This was one of our most amazing sets out here. I truly love the music. It's exactly my taste, so I was super enjoying it. Plug your shit one more time, just so everybody out there hears it. In terms of where we can find music, like socials and shit like that, yeah.
Albums, media, social streaming, whatever your heart desires, Twitch, OnlyFans, whatever.
Well, sub to our OnlyFans.
We should make an OnlyFans.
Maybe we should.
One day.
Our music is so good, it's sexual.
We are Saltwater Taffy.
Woo!
You can follow us on Instagram at Saltwater Taffy Muse. No spaces, no dots or anything.
All lowercase.
All lowercase. My personal Instagram is Logan Harrell Music. His Instagram is Existential Potato.
Existential underscore potato.
In between the two, he's Guamo underscore Sanchez.
Incredible.
And then he's Emmanuel Mora, but spelled backwards.
Yeah,
so think about
sorry.
that.
That's a nice for everything.
Type in AROM, AROM, and it's probably.
Okay.
I wish we asked that first. That was so
I think
good.
of it like Aram Luname.
Aram Leonam.
Oh man.
Leonam.
How many followers do you have?
A lot.
Wow.
Really good.
Incredible. Well, definitely follow them. Keep updated for when this music video comes out, for when new music comes out, and for whenever they play at Red Rock and/or this random
Rock and Lounge,
festival
August
things.
2nd.
Yeah. Oh, great! Mountain
Where's that
Lounge,
event?
August 2nd. Killer.
Come through August 2nd.
Yes.
Rock and Lounge.
Here in the
8
area.
p.m. question mark?
I mean, the bands start at 8 p.m. I'm not exactly sure what order they want.
Be there at 8 p.m. so you can
We'll be
catch the
there.
other bands.
Hey.
that are
Yeah,
on this
And then you
also.
can catch us.
And then you can
Even
catch
better.
us, which is
Killer.
the real reason that you came. You could throw money at us on the stage. It's great.
Yeah, you
Yep.
could send money to their PayPal. It's
Yeah.
open. It's an open thing.
Do it.
PayPal works.
PayPal works. Thank you so
Never
much,
stop.
guys. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. We so appreciate it. We are Pastel Underground, and this was Saltwater Taffy.